Hey, and welcome back. My name's Tracy. In today's video, I am going to show you how to make these two cards using Bitty Penny's printables for KCC 17, Sketch 7, and 15. Let's go ahead and get started. And in case you didn't know, Kendra's Card Challenge is a challenge where you make 15 cards with 6 sheets of 6x6 pattern paper, and with all of these amazing sponsors you can win prizes by entering your cards. Today's super sponsor is none other than our beautiful fabulous Bitty Penny. All right, so here we go. I'm starting with sketch 7, and I'm thinking that's all I'm going to do, but we're going to actually do a bonus card because I have to cut a full circle and I only need half of it. So if I don't use the other half of the circle, well, there's a good chance that I'll lose it. So I wanted to let you know that these are printed on my Epson 2800 EcoTank printer on what is that paper? Premium Presentation Matte Paper. So I got some beautiful bright color. And what I'm doing here is I'm going to actually paste that little, because the paper's rather thin and I want to pop it up and I want it to be sturdy. So I'm going to paste it onto a thicker piece of cardstock, 110 pounds. And I'm just going to use a glue stick. I don't necessarily recommend liquid glue for this situation. Just because, you have more chances of warping and the glue showing through. And I'm not familiar with that printer ink enough to know whether it's glue friendly. So I know that my paste is going to work. So I'm going to paste him down and then I'll fussy cut him off camera. And then I end up doing another one as well because we are doing a bonus card, and you'll see that more towards the end of the video. So while I'm putting this together here, I'm going to start with sketch 7 and make sure that my card base is folding the right way. And I'll talk a little bit about the hop. So you can win a prize from Kendra. All you need to do is fill out the entry form below in the description box. Everything you're going to need is in that description box. I haven't missed a thing. And then there is a new way to enter this year, or this, starting this quarter. And it is also listed down below in the description box when you go to Kendra's Patreon page. So it's going to be a much better situation for Kendra and for us. So, definitely consider making the 15 cards, taking that picture, and uploading it and you basically upload it to a link party type thing. So I'm just putting all the pieces together here, and just to let you know that this is a hop, and I would love it if you would hop along and show lots of love to all my teammates. This is a team effort that we're doing here, and we absolutely love doing it, and I love Bitty Penny's papers. So, and this is just a piece of paper from my stash here. It's kind of a shiny, it's actually, I covered a paper with Cricut vinyl. Well, lots of papers actually. And I can see that I cut it crooked or pasted something crooked, but it doesn't matter because that half circle is going to cover it. So I'm not going to stress on it. I'll just go ahead and glue it down with the bottommost side even with the bottom. And no one will ever know. Oh my goodness. So we'll get that glued down. And you can see that I have cut out a different gnome, and I've taken a sentiment from my stash and heat embossed it on black paper with white embossing powder for my sentiment for this card. And see, you can't really tell, and especially when you get everything else on the card. So I'll go ahead and get this piece glued down, and then we'll tack down actually we're going to pop up our little gnome. And I just fussy cut these, and just keep in mind if you're going to, paste it to a thicker piece of paper, that be patient when you're fussy cutting and make sure your scissors are sharp. Then I'll go ahead and glue this piece down. I'm excited for this card challenge. I hope you are too. Okay, we'll get that glued down, centered on there best I can. Happy with that. I've got that white piece of paper there just so it's easier for you to see what the heck I'm doing here, because I'm working with black paper. So we'll go ahead and just make sure he's all nice and straight here. And he's thick, almost like chipboard, because of that 110, I think it's actually 120 pound accent opaque. So to repeat myself, just in case you didn't hear in the beginning, I use an Epson Echo Tank 2800 and matte premium presentation paper. And you get the best, most beautiful prints from that. If you're going to, purchase and download digitals, you might as well make them as best, as you can. Your other option would be to, take it, you can actually go to Staples and email them a file and they'll print it out for you. So there's that option too. And they'll do laser printing for you too. And I didn't want to laser print these, but if you did, and if I laser printed them in just black and white ink, I could have foiled them. But they're too pretty to foil. I mean, because all of that gorgeous yellow, I love yellow. Well, listen, I love all colors, but you know what I mean. So I'm just adding some glue to this foam tape because I need to. Get him stuck down, and see, you can hardly tell at all that I have a little space there over to the right. I could have fixed it, but I'd like to keep it simple for the most part. And then I'm going to glue the sentiment flat down because I don't need everything popped up on the card. And I won't be adding any embellishments at this time. I just don't feel like it's necessary. I feel like that little gnome and his vivid colors is just enough. So let's go ahead and do sketch 15. And that's the other gnome that I cut out. And then the sentiment there is also cut out from the papers that Bitty Penny produced in the kit. And I'll have the link to that listed down below in the description box, how you can get your own. And any of the other digital products that Bitty Penny offers. And she also offers physical products. I opted to go with the digital for now, just because I wanted to make it easier on her. She's kind of a friend of mine, so I wanted to make sure, because she's busy. It's Christmas. It's a brand new business. So it's really cool of her to sponsor Kendra's Card Challenge, and actually, we're super excited about it too. So I've got a little edge hanging over here, and I'm going to cut that off, but I've learned my lesson trying to cut two thicknesses of, oops, look at that mess on the back of my card. Never mind. Ignore that. You didn't see that, right? Honestly, you can't take me anywhere. I broke my trimmer trying to cut 2 pieces of heavy cardstock. Now I have to keep tightening the little hex bolt at the end where the chopper is. It gets loose and falls down, and that's no fun. So I'm going to use my ruler, and you've seen me do this trick before, and I'm going to magnet it down so that I can get the first piece on. And I've eyeballed it, and it looks to be about 5/8 of an inch in. It might only be 1/4 inch. It might be 3/8. I don't know, but I'm just eyeballing according to the sketch. And if there's a little hanging over the bottom, I'm okay with that because I can trim that off later. So all I need the ruler for was the very first strip. The rest I can just butt up against each other. So we'll grab the next strip in the papers that I cut out. The other beautiful thing about digitals is that you can resize them. And one day, if you don't know how to do that, I'll show you a video on how to do that on Windows 10. I couldn't tell you on Windows 11 because I use my Windows 10. My Windows 11 is on my laptop, and I use my laptop for something different. Honestly, I'm a weirdo with a lot of machines, and all the machines have a different purpose. Mostly my laptop is for watching YouTube videos. All right, now we're going to get the I think this is a 1 1/4 inch piece. All right, loving it so far. Nice kind of geometric, abstract thing going on. I'll get the black piece. And this piece on the sketch is shown as any color you want. So I chose black. It could have been yellow had I a yellow that I wanted, but I really just kind of wanted to keep this simple because all the patterns I've got in the background are pretty busy. So trying to keep that fairly simple. We'll go ahead and glue the other half of the circle down before I lose it. Okay, and I've got it, you know, pretty much centered, best as I can. And there you see I've got some spare hanging over, and I'll just take my trimmer and carefully trim that off. Wasn't a lot, probably could have even left it, but it was enough for me to notice, so there's that. And then I've got this cute little gnome. This might be one of my favorites in the set. But I am going to pop him up too. So again, with grabbing the foam tape. And because this foam tape doesn't have any backer on it, I can twist it around all I need. I'll take one more piece here. I'm almost out of this, and I'm going to be sad when I'm out because it wasn't really supposed to be like that. The manufacturer apparently forgot to put the sticky on the other side, but I like it this way. So there's that. And then I'll just go ahead and use some of my liquid glue. Because it's easier to bend around too if it doesn't have any sticky on it. It's not sticking to your fingers and stuff. Okay, and he's not going exactly in the middle. He's just going where I put him. Don't think that everything has to be in the middle or straight. It just simply doesn't. And as I'm looking at this, I feel like I want to do it just a little bit askew. So that's what I'm going to do. So there is a link down below to the playlist where you can just click that link and just let it go and watch all of our videos. Make sure to leave your thumbs up and your comments and your subscribed if you like the person's channel, and show everybody all the love. So here's the 2 cards. There's that little guy. Isn't he adorable? And here's this little guy. He's basically a bee, I guess. Don't forget to leave me a thumbs up and leave a comment down below. And here's a couple of still pictures of the 2 cards that we made today on this video. Take care, everyone. Thanks for coming. Bye-bye.